Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be discussing the situation with the crypto markets, the stock market, Bitcoin, etc, etc. So, at the moment, we are in an interesting situation because Bitcoin has been pumping up to $29,500 yesterday. The first news I want to show you today is an interview from one of the former BlackRock employee who said that the Federal Reserve will be forced to make an emergency rate cut by June because more banks are going to go under, are going to fail because of the Fed monetary policy to keep increasing rates. And therefore, our prediction was that the Fed would have stop increasing rates by May, therefore introducing a pause to see how the market was going. And we also said that if the Fed is going to pause, this is going to be very positive for the crypto markets, for the stock market. But at the moment, in the next month or two, the question is what is going to happen. Now, another chart I want to show you today that's really draw my attention is this one over here. This is a chart from Global Investment Strategy. So this is the chart from Bloomberg that shows the money market funds at record highs. And as you can see from here, it shows that is a chart showing the amount of money that is held by institutions and some fund managers. And it shows that all the equivalent, all the sum of money now held in cash is roughly $5.1 trillion. It's a record, as you can see, since 2007. So the amount of money kept in cash now to, of course, buy equities later on, and of course, crypto is now a crazy amount. So the question is, whenever the Fed is going to pause rates and then it's going to be a switch from defensive stocks and to cash, and all this money are going to be redeployed into growth stocks and also into crypto potentially, all of this $5.3 trillion is going to be reintroduced into the market. And guys, you know what's going to happen with that. It's going to be a total explosion. So again, this is a proof that there is so much money on the sideline waiting to be redeployed. And I'm expect that is going to happen as soon as the Fed decides that it's time to cut interest rates. So they will probably have to go another couple of months to realize the economy is actually very weak, but they will probably get a point. They will get a point in a certain time in the next few weeks. Now, let's get into the chart so I can show you what's happening now with Bitcoin, with the crypto markets, and also with the stock market as well. So the first graph I want to show you today is with the Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq had a nice pump to the upside in the last weekend. As you can see from here on the weekly chart, looks like it's forming what we call a inverted head and shoulder. Now, so the inverted head and shoulder, we've got a shoulder here, we've got the head, we've got the shoulder, and also over here, which was quite bullish. As you can see, we had a nice bullish engulfing candle. So we can see lots of continuation from here. And it is my expectation that what we could see from here is like a pump up to this level over here at around $13,570, which is also in correspondence with the 0.5 Fibonacci retracements. And I can expect a situation like this. Maybe we're going to see a pump to the upside up to this level over here, because of course it's going to be a strong level of resistance, and as well as the RSI is going to be overbought, which means usually that we might see a little bit of a correction coming, which is okay. Like, there's not a big deal. You have to remember that markets never move straight like that. It's always like a stair-step process where you go like, it goes up a little bit, then it retraces, goes up, and so on, right? So maybe we want to see this and then a little bit of a retracement, and then it's going to go to the next level, and then so on. But overall, looks like on the weekly, despite some volatility which could be coming in the next upcoming weeks, I'm expecting the market still to be short, medium term, quite bullish. So the next thing I'm going to show you is, of course, the graph of Bitcoin. This is on the monthly chart. So the monthly chart is showing that two very important things. Now, the first important thing is the MACD. Look at the MACD, right? So we had 3 episodes where the MACD crossed bullish in the past, right? So we had this time over here in 2019, we got this time over here in 2020, and now this could be happening in the next month or so. So if we have a confirmation of a bullish crossover on the MACD, right? This indicator measures sometimes, whenever the blue line crosses the orange line, is significantly bullish. is very, very bullish. And as you can see, historically, whenever we had that break, the first time, this was in 2019, we had a 400% pump from here to here. And as well as in 2020, we went from roughly $99,000 to $64,000. So again, if this is about to occur, we are going to see an explosion into the markets. And again, I feel bullish short to medium term. I don't know what is going to happen in the next year or two, but as you can see from here, I highlighted where I think the price of Bitcoin could be heading next, and the next level of resistance which I am expecting is roughly around $36,000 to $37,000. And there are a few people that I would like to mention, a few analysts that are actually predicting a similar scenario to me. One of them is Trader Zolano. You can follow him on Twitter, and also Captain Toblerone is another very good trader and analyst as well. So he's expecting something similar, but really go and check their Twitter, guys. It's amazing. They got great technical analysis and also great prediction. So they work very well, very experienced traders. So what I'm going to show you from here, I'm expecting here a resistance at around, I'm expecting Bitcoin to pump at roughly $37,000 to then have a big retrace, maybe around, in between April and May, and then drop again around $26,000 to $27,000, where we are right now. And then if the Fed decide to pause, I'm really expecting a big push in maybe for like a month, especially if you're going to cross even the MACD from here, a big push from maybe $28,000 to $47,000 to $48,000. And also from here, of course, this is going to be a big area of supply where lots of people are going to potentially sell. So I will be very careful once we reach this point over here, because everybody's going to feel bullish. Everybody's going to call for 100,000 Bitcoin. And you know what happens whenever everybody's calling in one direction, everybody's overly bullish, then the opposite happen, especially in a very weak economy like right now, with the high chance on going into a recession. I wouldn't be bullish. I would say medium to long. I would say medium term. Okay, so again, this is my expectation. I'm expecting that we're going to reach this point over here, maybe mid-year, even maybe August, and then from there, this 4 or 5 months after, if we have a recession and if we have very bad economic data, I'm expecting then a pushback to these levels over here of support, maybe 27,000, 25,000. And then if we go into recession and then the Fed decides to print more money again, then I can see finally a nice pump to the upside for 2024, 2025. And the target could be for there, $90,000 to $120,000 plus. Again, the Fibonacci, you can see the extension. It probably could go up to $200,000. But I would say minimum, the base case scenario to me would be roughly $90,000 to $100,000. That would be the minimum which I'm expecting around 2024, 2025. Now, I want to show you also short term what I think is happening over here. So Bitcoin, as you can see, is forming what we call a megaphone pattern. So the megaphone pattern is in general a bullish pattern, which usually has to touch 3 times before actually having a nice break to the upside. But also there's also like a bearish scenario. So I'm not going to say that we're going to break now here and then it's going to pump to the moon, because it's important now, because unfortunately, as you can see, we tapped already 2 or 3 times, right? So we tapped over here, and now is the 3rd time over here. And now what Bitcoin will have to do right now will be to go down this way, then find support around here, and then finally pump and break this level of resistance. Because if it doesn't do that, then we're going to be in trouble. And another bear scenario will be that we're going to touch again the bottom of the megaphone and then have a little bit of a retracement and then go down and finally meet a big level of supply at around $24,000 to $25,000. And then from there, again, I'm quite bullish, so I'm expecting maybe a retracement up to $24,000 to then pump to the upside again like this. Okay, so I think that this correction is going to be only temporary, but we might not even see a correction. We might see a pump to the upside to here at around 32,000, maybe then a retest down this level over here at the top of the megaphone at 30,000, and then push back to $36,000 to $37,000. So the other one I want to show you today, which has drawn my attention, is XRP. So XRP has gone very, very well. So we had this crazy 40% pump. Good on you guys if you pick up this trade. I was sleeping, unfortunately, and I missed, all this trade. Unfortunately, I follow more Bitcoin because it's my favorite, but, I had few friends, they actually picked the exact bottom, and they pump it very well. And as you can see from here on the weekly chart, XRP is forming what we call a double bottom, right? So we have a bottom over here, another bottom over here. This one is the neckline. So at the moment, it's really struggling, as you can see, that to pass this neckline from here. So it could be like two potential scenarios from here. So we're gonna see a big pump to the upside, and then maybe like that, touch this level over here at the Fibonacci retracement, which is roughly at 0.70 cents, and then maybe a retest down to this neckline to then pump again to the next level of the Fibonacci, which is roughly at 94 cents, or we're going to see a big rejection from here, depending on the situation with the economy, and then we're going to go back to 11 cents, 20 cents like it was before at the bottom over here. But again, I think that looking at the current situation, I'm expecting maybe a little bit of a pump until the end of the week, and maybe next week it might be we might see a bit of retracement because the market has pumped like crazy, just he is not stopping, and I think that it would be very healthy to have a bit of consolidation to then move for the next leg up. So the last thing I want to show you, which is also quite interesting, is the DXY, which is a dollar currency index, and it measures the strength of the US dollar compared to the euro, yen, and the Swedish crown, and also the Great Britain pound. So as you can see from here, we have also a situation for the DXY. So important to mention, whenever the DXY is in a downtrend, usually it's quite bullish for equities and for growth stocks and for crypto, because what happens is if the US dollar loses value and strength, it means that everybody's selling the US dollar, and because they're buying other assets like stocks or bonds or Bitcoin as well. So as you can see from here, right, I'm expecting that looks like we went down this way at the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement. Then we had a bit of a bounce at around $105, $106. So I predicted this long time ago. It's all documented on my Twitter, and now looks like Bitcoin is forming, I would say, more of like a bear flag. So we broke this level here with a bear flag, and now we're going to see a continuation. And now in a medium term, of course, in the next couple of months, if this continues to play out, then my target will be at the 0.786 Fibonacci or $93 as my big level of supply before, I guess, correcting up this way. Otherwise, we can even see a continuation down to this level at $88. So again, it looks like on a weekly chart that we have a very nice level of support over here, like a diagonal support that's as you can see, the DXY is climbing this way. So I will be expecting to see more of reaching this level here at around $94. And again, if this occurs, it's going to be super bullish for equities and crypto. So overall, I think that medium term, the markets are posed for an explosion, especially if the Fed is going to pause in the next few months. But I'm expecting short term in the next couple of weeks to see a little bit of a consolidation, to retrace a little bit, which is quite healthy. But again, after 3 or 4 months, so around August, September, if you're going to see the economy cracking, and also we're going to see raising unemployment rates and a potential recession, then it's going to be very bad for equities, crypto, and growth assets. So I would be expecting Bitcoin then to reach, as I said before, $46,000 to $48,000, to then retrace down to maybe our previous lows in October, which was around 14 or 15,000. And then after that, once the Fed decides to, of course, print to start the engines and of the printing of the printer again, so they're going to print more US dollars, then finally we're going to start with a bull market. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you have any question, leave a comment down below, and I'm going to see you in the next video.